Yes, I'll speak loudly. And good morning, all. Do anyone have idea of what is the total strength of the class? Okay, fine then. Then we shall start the class. I guess everyone has joined. Okay, students. Today I'm just going to give the mute control to you people because we are just going to have an oral test. Okay. So students, mute control is with you now. Okay, you can unmute yourself. And now I'm just going to start with the question part. Hope you're all ready. If possible, you can also switch on your video. Yeah, today I said we have homework and also test. We'll discuss the homework soon, but before that, let's have the test is going to be an oral test. Okay. So for whoever it's possible to switch on the video, you can switch on the video. Yes, Yashwant Rishi, I'll ask about it. Okay, students. So shall we start with? Now, first question goes to uh, Selva Narayana Srivatsan. Yes, Selva Narayana Srivatsan. The first question is, can you tell me the atomic number of magnesium? Do you hear me, Selva Narayana Srivatsan? Selva Narayana Srivatsan?
Ma'am, could you hear me?
Yes, I could hear you. Can you tell me what is atomic number of magnesium, Selva Narayana Srivatsan?
Magnesium. Ma'am, 12.
Good, very good. Selva Narayana Srivatsan. Next question goes to Akshita. Akshita, can you unmute yourself? Akshita? Akshita, can you unmute yourself? Okay, I'm talking a little louder. Akshita, can you unmute yourself? Yashwant Rishi. Yashwant Rishi?
Ma'am,
Yes, the question is, what is the electronic configuration of element calcium?
ma'am, 2, 8, 8, 1, ma'am.
What is the atomic number?
Atomic number is 20, ma'am.
So electronic configuration will be?
2, 8, 8, 1.
How many electrons have you included here? 8, 10, 19 electrons only, no?
Yes, ma'am.
But you have 20 here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what should be the electronic configuration?
2, ma'am, at the last.
Clear? Okay, for each question, each correct answer that you give, you will be given 2 marks. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so all of you. So first question was answered by um, Selva Narayana Srivatsan, right? So Selva Narayana Srivatsan gets 2 mark. And then Yashwant Rishi gets 2 marks. So next question goes to Satya Maumita. Satya Maumita, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Satya Maumita, can you tell me what is valency?
Ma'am, valence is a thing that can even be stable, said to be stable.
No, think clear. Okay, tell me what is the valency of calcium?
Ma'am, valence of calcium is -2. Positive 2.
Positive 2. Very good. So that is right. Now can you tell me the definition for valency?
Ma'am, valence is that to make the outer orbit to be 8.
So for that, the number of electrons lost or gained is called valency. Clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so you should be able to put it in right terms. But anyway, if you have, as you have understood the question, you have answered it right. So Satya Maumita also gets 2 marks. Okay, so valency is nothing but it is a number of electron lost or gained by an atom to become stable. So in the case of calcium, calcium loses 2 electrons, so its valency is 2. Clear? Clear, students? Okay. Now, next question goes to Shrutika.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, I could hear you, Shrutika.
Yes,
So the
ma'am.
question to you is, can you tell me the charge acquired by an atom if it loses 3 electrons?
Ma'am, if it loses 3 electrons, then it is positive 3, ma'am.
Very good, very good. So your name is Shrutika.
Shrutika, ma'am.
So Shrutika has also will get 2 marks. Good.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Shrutika. So next question goes to uh, Sanjay. Sanjay.
Ma'am,
Yes, Sanjay. So the question to you is, Sanjay, this. Okay, so the question is, can you tell me what is the electronic configuration of element carbon? Atomic number is 6.
ma'am, 2,4.
Okay. One more question to you, since this question is very simple. The question is, what is the chemical formula of magnesium carbonate? Have I taught you carbonate, students?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, sorry. What is the chemical formula of magnesium oxide? Sanjay, can you say? Take your time and say.
Ma'am, magnesium, ma'am.
Magnesium oxide. What is the symbol of magnesium
Ma'am, Mg.
oxide?
Ma'am, O.
Valency of magnesium
2, ma'am.
oxide.
1, ma'am. 0, ma'am. Ma'am, 2, ma'am. 2, ma'am.
Now, when you crisscross, after this, what will happen?
Ma'am, it is MgO 2, ma'am.
This will get cancelled to 1. This will also get cancelled to 1. So you will get Mg. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Sanjay, anyway, I'm giving you 2 marks now. Why? Because you have answered the first question right. Second question, it was okay, almost right. You made a small mistake. Anyway, students, to whomever I asked, again I'll ask questions. Okay, everyone will get a question in chemical formula. Remember that. Okay, next question goes to who else? Shrutika, I have Darshana. Darshana, Darshana, can you unmute yourself? If not, please reply in chat.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, Darshana, I could hear you. Shall we look for the questions now?
Yes, ma'am.
The question is, can you tell me the first 20 elements?
Mm. Okay, ma'am.
Yes, that's it.
Ma'am, hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, chloron, carbon, lithium, hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, nitrogen, and fluorine, neon, ma'am. After that, sodium, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, calcium.
Sulfur,
Sulfur, phosphorus, and calcium.
phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, calcium. Here, can you repeat it again now?
Yes, ma'am.
Repeat again.
Then from the first one, ma'am.
Yeah, from the first.
Okay, ma'am. Then hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium,
Boron.
boron, carbon, boron, carbon, and then boron, carbon, and oxygen, nitrogen.
Nitrogen, oxygen.
Nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, calcium.
Very good, very good. So good, Darshana. So followed by Darshana, next question goes to Akshita. Akshita, have I asked question? No. Akshita, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Akshita. Now the question to you is, can you tell me what is the, can you again tell me the first 20 elements, Akshita? Achaya, do you hear me now? Akshita, without seeing your notebook, I wanted you to say the first 20 elements. Do you know? Or shall I ask you some other question?
You can ask some other question, ma'am.
Okay, pa. Can you tell me what is the valency of phosphorus?
Three comma 5. Ma'am, you can hear me, ma'am.
Repeat it again.
3,5.
No, its atomic number is 15. Now can you tell me what is its electronic configuration?
Ma'am, I can don't know, ma'am.
Okay, dear, no problem. Now, okay, simple question I'll ask you. We are filling electrons in each orbit, right? Akshita,
Yes, ma'am.
we are filling electrons in each orbit, right? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
No, dear. We are having a nucleus. Surrounding the nucleus, we have orbits in the atom, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
In that orbit, I'll fill electron. Can you tell me how to find out the capacity of one orbit? What formula do we use?
Electrons, ma'am.
Okay, good. So thank you, Akshita. So to find out the capacity of each, you can mute yourself, Akshita. So to find out the capacity of each orbit, we make use of the formula 2n square, where n represents the number of the orbit. So from that we can easily say in first orbit you can fill 2 electrons. Second
ma'am.
orbit you can fill 8 electrons.
Yes, ma'am.
Third orbit you can fill 18 electrons. Understood? So
Yes,
this
ma'am.
is the electronic capacity of each orbit. Now as per that, atomic number of phosphorus is 15, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now can you tell me in first orbit how many electron can I place? Out of 15, 2 electrons I placed in first orbit. Second orbit, now how many electron can I place?
8, ma'am.
Good. Remaining, how many electrons are there?
18.
No dear, that is the capacity. இது அதுல எவ்வளோ third orbitல maximum 18 வரைக்கும் you can place. You understand? But here you have in phosphorus, your atomic number is 15. So you have only 15 electrons. Do you understand?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we have placed 10. So remaining, how many electrons do you have?
2.
No dear, out of 15, 10 is placed. So how many electrons do you have remaining? 5 electrons, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So in the third orbit, I'll place the 5 electrons. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So the electronic configuration will be 2, 8, 5. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kshita. So next time I'll ask you question in electronic configuration only, second
Ma'am,
round.
ma'am.
Yes.
You can tell again this some.
Okay, I'll tell you again. Don't worry. So listen here. For students who do not know how to write electronic configuration, they can also listen. Okay. So if you take the electronic configuration, how to fill electrons in each orbit, that is called as electronic configuration. So each orbit has its own capacity. Each orbit has its own capacity. The capacity of each orbit is found out with the help of the formula 2n square. இப்போ இது first orbit. First orbit ஓட எனர்ஜி எனக்கு capacity தெரியணும்னா in the place of n I'll substitute 1. 1 square is 1 into 1, so you get 2 electrons. So in first orbit you can place maximum of 2 electrons. Then you come to the second orbit. In the second orbit, in the place of n I'll substitute 2. So 2 square is 4, 4 2s are 8. So in second orbit I can place up to 8 electrons. Then coming to the third orbit. In third orbit, you can place up to 18 electrons, correct? So this is the capacity of each orbit. Now, I am telling an example. Phosphorus is an element with atomic number 15. If it has atomic number 15, it has 15 protons and 15 electrons. Clear? So I'm going to fill this 15 electrons in each orbit. How am I going to fill? First orbit capacity தெரிஞ்சாதான் நான் fill பண்ண முடியும். First orbit capacity is 2. So what will I do? I'll fill 2 electrons in the first orbit. Clear? Now remaining out of 15, I have 13 electrons. In that second orbit, second orbit capacity is 8. So I will place 8 electrons in the second orbit. So you have 13 electrons. In the second orbit, I can place only 8 electrons. Now remaining, I have 5 electrons to be placed. That I will place in the third orbit, because in third orbit I can place maximum of up to 18 electrons. So I will place the electron in the third orbit. So the electronic configuration becomes 2, 8, 5. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Need to practice a lot, Akshita. Okay. Again, sit and revise the chapter. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am?
Yes. Who is this?
Ma'am, I'm Srinitha, ma'am.
Yes, Srinitha.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes, Srinitha.
In the first, calculating the capacity of first orbit, 1 into 2 is equal to 2. 2 into 2 is equal to 4, right, ma'am?
Yes.
So, the capacity of the first orbit is 4, no, ma'am?
Square. Actually, this is not. This is like this. 2, 1 power 2. If you have power 2, what will you do?
Ma'am,
You will multiply this number these many times. For example, 1 into 1. Correct?
yes, ma'am.
If you have power 3, what will you do? You will put 1 into 1. Another 1 into 1. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
This power 2. So this will be like 2 into 1 into 1. 1 into 1 is
1, ma'am.
1 into 2.
2, ma'am.
So similarly here, 2 into 2 power 2. So you'll write it as 2, you have to multiply 2 times. So 2 into 2. 2 2s are
4, ma'am.
4 2s are
8, ma'am.
So similarly 2 into 3 square. So 3 square now. 2 into 3 you have to multiply twice. So 3 into 3,
9, ma'am.
9
9 into
Pooja?
2 is equal to 18, ma'am.
That's all. You have 18 electrons here. Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay, dear. That's all. Shall we go to the next part? Okay. Now, Srinita, question is to you, Srinita.
Yes, ma'am.
Question is, can you tell me the atomic number and mass number of an atom if the number of protons it has is 10 and the number of neutrons it has is 10? Can you tell me the number of electrons, atomic number and
Ma'am,
mass?
electrons is equal to 10, ma'am.
Good. Then,
Atomic number is also 10, ma'am.
okay.
Mass number is equal to 20, ma'am.
Good. Why?
Because protons plus electrons is equal to 20, ma'am.
Repeat it again.
Protons plus electrons is equal to 20, ma'am.
No. Mass number is equal to number of protons plus number.
Plus neutrons, ma'am.
Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Good, Srinita. So 2 marks for you. Next, Akshaya. Akshaya, I didn't ask question. Yes, Akshaya. Can you unmute yourself, Akshaya? Okay, Akshaya. Can you tell me what is the chemical formula for calcium oxide? First, what is oxide?
Calcium is Ca, ma'am.
Okay.
Oxide is O, ma'am.
Okay.
Their valences are 2 and 2, ma'am.
Good. So what will be the formula?
We have to crisscross and simplify, ma'am.
Okay, simplify. 1, 1. Now you have to crisscross, correct? So what is the formula?
CaO, ma'am.
Very good. Very good, Achay.
Thank you.
Okay, next question goes to Sanjay, I have asked. Kanish. Someone just you have written as BT07 alone. Who is this? Who is the student who has just given us BT07? Jwalin, atomic number is equal to number of protons. Aditya, everyone will get a chance, don't worry. So whom did I ask to unmute now? Kanish, right? Kanish, I am not able to hear you, Kanish. Can you speak little louder in your mic? Yes, Kanish. Now talk. Increase the volume. Actually, I'm not able to hear you still. Okay. Now? Yes, Kanish, talk now. Okay, very mildly I hear you. Anyway, I'll ask you the question. Can you tell me what is the chemical formula for sodium sulfide? What is the symbol of sodium? Kanish, we are not able to hear you, Kanish. Okay, tell me the answer in the chat, Kanish. Work it out and tell me the answer in the chat. Okay. Now you can mute yourself. Okay, next question goes to Ashwath. Ashwath Ramakrishnan.
Ma'am, I'm a new student, ma'am. I don't know this, ma'am.
Okay, Ashwath Ramakrishnan, just listen, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Good, Kanish. Your answer is right. 2 marks to you. So the formula is sodium sulfide. The formula is Na2S. Good. So now Na2S, how did he get? First symbol of sodium is Na. Symbol of sulfide is S. Symbol of Na, valency of Na is 1. Valency of sulfide is 2. So when I crisscross, 2 goes here, 1 goes here. So you get Na2S. So this is the chemical formula of sodium sulfide. Okay. Next, Ritika Ramprabhu. Ritika Ramprabhu, can you unmute yourself? Yes, Ritika Ramprabhu. Next question to you is,
Yes, ma'am.
what will be the formula of fluorine? I'm sorry, what will happen to the name of fluorine when it gains electron? Will fluorine lose electron or gain electron?
Ma'am, fluorine will, uh, ma'am, fluorine will lose electron, gain electron, ma'am.
Very good. What is the atomic number of fluorine?
1, ma'am.
Atomic number. Atomic number.
Atomic number of fluorine is 9, ma'am.
Good. Fluorine atomic number is 9. So what is the electronic configuration?
Ma'am, for 2,7, ma'am.
So to become stable, what will fluorine do?
Ma'am, it will gain 1 electron, ma'am.
After gaining 1 electron, what will be the charge of fluorine?
Ma'am, 2,8.
2,8. Electronic configuration. What will be
Yes.
its charge?
Charge will be 10, ma'am.
+1, +2, -1, -2, like that. What will be its charge?
-1, ma'am.
Very good, very good. As it has gained electron, negative charge will be in excess. So it gets 1 negative charge in excess. So the formula is -1.
Yes, ma'am.
So you get formula as F minus 1. Good.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, after you have got this formula, can you tell me what will be its name? How do you name this?
Ma'am, for fluorine,
Oxygen, when it gains electron, it becomes oxide, right?
yes, ma'am.
So fluorine,
Fluoride.
it will become fluoride. Very good, Ritika Ramprabhu. Good. 2 marks to you. Next question goes to Tanishka. Tanishka, I guess I didn't ask question. Yes, Tanishka. Tanishka, can you unmute yourself? Tanishka. Okay. Monica Shri.
Yes, ma'am.
1 minute. Yes, Monica Shri. The question to you is, Monica, you are a Baba Tower student or a Navy student? Monica Shri,
Ma'am?
you're from Navy or from
No, ma'am.
G1? Okay. Okay, Monica Shri. The question to you is, can you tell me what is the okay, can you tell me if oxygen is a metal or a non-metal? How will you identify whether a given element is a metal or a non-metal? Do you have any idea?
Ma'am,
Yes, Tanishka. For the same question, you can answer in chat, Tanishka. The question is whether a oxygen is a metal or a non-metal. Reply to me privately. Good, Ashwath. The answer is right. Tanishka, for the same question, you can answer in the chat. Okay. Monica Shri, when do you decide that certain element is a metal or a non-metal? Monica? Why have you muted yourself? Okay, my next question goes to Akshay Abe. Akshay Abe. Akshay Abe. Can you tell me whether oxygen is a metal or a non-metal?
Non-metal, ma'am.
Why?
Because it is gain
Ah.
electron.
To become stable. Good, very good, Akshay Bhai. So as oxygen gains electron to become stable, it is a non-metal. When do you say certain element to be a metal?
Ma'am,
When do you say an element to be a metal?
when something loses electron.
Very good, Akshay Bhai. When it loses electron, it is called as metal. Good, good. Now, after Akshay Bhai, next question goes to Grace. Grace? Others mute yourself. Grace?
Can you hear me?
Yes, Grace, I could hear you. The question to you is, can you tell me what is the valency of chlorine?
Uh, 1, ma'am.
Good, very good. So why?
Ma'am, because the electronic configuration of chlorine is 2, 8, 7. It gains 1 electron. So it is -1 and the valency is 1.
Very good, Grace. Good. So next question goes to Sarvesh Sabha. Sarvesh Sabha. Talk, I can hear you, Sarvesh Sabha. You can talk now. Okay, next question goes to Shreya. Shreya? Okay, Sarvesh, who's this? Sarvesh Sabha and Shreya. Both of you can answer in the chat for the question that I'm asking now. Sivani?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Sarvesh Sabha and Shreya, if you answer the question in the chat, I'll give you marks. Okay, now to Shivani, the question is, can you tell me what is the chemical formula of lithium nitride?
Lithium nitride, ma'am.
Yes. Just tell me.
Li, ma'am. N, ma'am.
Good.
Ma'am, lithium is 1, ma'am.
Hmm.
Nitrogen is 3, ma'am.
Super. Good.
Crisscross, ma'am. Ma'am, Li3, ma'am. N, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Who's this? Your brother?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am?
Who's answering? Who's the other one who's answering?
Ma'am, my brother, ma'am.
Okay. What is his age?
Li3N, ma'am.
No, what is your brother's age?
Ma'am, N he's telling, ma'am.
No. What is his age?
4, ma'am.
Okay. Tell him I said good. Okay. Okay. Shivani, good. Very good. You have done it good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Shivani gets 2 marks and his brother also gets 2 marks. Okay. Yes.
Thank
now,
you, ma'am.
Okay. Next question goes to Neyveli 07. Who's this? Fuck. I cannot call you as Neyveli 07. Kindly rename fuck. What is your name, Neyveli 07? Can you unmute yourself and say? And there is one BT 07. I do not know who is BT 07 and Neyveli 07. Reply in the chat. If you are not able to rename, I'll rename your name. Aditya Kumar. Finally, I came to you. Yes, Aditya Kumar.
Hello, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, I could hear you. Ready for the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the question is beryllium Phosphide. Tell fast, what is the symbol of beryllium?
Beryllium symbol B, ma'am. Be.
Phosphide.
Phosphide P.
Good. Valency of beryllium.
Valency of beryllium -2 +2, ma'am.
Phosphide.
Phosphide 3, ma'am.
Now what will you do to become stable?
Crisscross, ma'am.
Oh, sorry. To write formula, I'll crisscross. Then what do you have?
Ma'am, Be3 P2.
Good. That's it. Very good. Very good, Aditya.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So next question goes to who else do you have? Neyveli 07. Still, I do not know who you are. DT07, Neyveli 07. Kindly reply in the chat or unmute yourself and talk. Okay. Reshmi, Rekha.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Reshmi, Rekha. The
Yes,
question
ma'am.
to you is, what else can be asked? Can you tell me what is octet rule and duplet rule?
Yes, ma'am.
What is octet rule?
Ma'am, octet rule, an atom is said to be stable if it has 8 electrons in its outermost orbit.
Duplet rule में outer single orbit में 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन रहेगा तो उसे बोलते हैं, तो सबका पता है.
Okay, your brother is also explaining it. And
No, ma'am. My brother is not here.
Then who's talking then?
This is Aditya Kumar.
Aditya, what are you talking, Aditya? Mute yourself, Aditya. And I do not understand Hindi for your kind information. He was talking something about duplet rule, I guess. Is that right, Reshmi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, he was talking about duplet rule. Okay. So an atom is said to be stable. It has 8 electrons in the outermost orbit, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what is duplet rule?
Ma'am, duplet rule, an atom is said to be stable if it has 2 electrons in single orbit.
Very good. Can you tell me an example of an element that is following duplet rule?
Ma'am, helium, helium, hydrogen.
Even lithium also. Helium, already it's following duplet rule. So it is
Yes, ma'am.
stable. Okay, good. Good, Reshmi.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very good. Okay, next question goes to, let's go fast. Rishikesh.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Rishikesh. Question to you is, can you name the elements that do not react?
Ma'am, chlorine.
No, that do not react. Name the element that do not react. They are already stable. What are those elements?
Ma'am, silicon.
No. What is the condition? When does an element do not react?
Ma'am, when it is already stable, ma'am.
When will it be stable?
When it has 8 electrons in the outermost orbit, or when it has 2 electrons in its
Single orbit. Can you name the element that has 2 electrons with single orbit already?
Ma'am, helium.
Very good. Helium. Then
Beryllium.
beryllium has 2 electrons in the outermost orbit, so it is not stable. Helium is right. Good. Next. We can have a guess. Simple. See, now listen here. If it has 8 electrons in its outermost orbit, it is stable, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if it has 8 electrons in the outermost orbit, if you know the atomic number, will you tell the element?
Yes, ma'am.
Now it has 8 electrons in the outermost orbit. How many electrons will you have in the first orbit there?
2, ma'am.
Now what will be the atomic number?
10, ma'am.
So what is the element?
Neon, ma'am.
Very good. Do you understand?
Yes.
Now one more element. Now in second orbit, if you have 8, it is neon. In third orbit, if you have 8, what will be the atomic number? Here in third orbit, you have 8 electrons. In second orbit, how many electrons will you have?
8, ma'am.
Good. In first orbit?
2, ma'am.
Good. So what will be the atomic number?
18, ma'am.
So what is the element?
Argon, ma'am.
Very good. So what are the elements that are already stable?
Argon, neon, and helium, ma'am.
Helium, neon, and argon. Good, good. So shall we go to the next part? Yes, students, shall we go to the next part? Okay, next question goes to, now who answered the question? Sorry. Rishikesh answered, right? So Rishikesh, very good Rishikesh. I'm giving you 2 marks. Next, after Rishikesh, question goes to Janisha. Janisha, unmute yourself first. Yes, Janisha, question to you is,
Ma'am, I'm Sanjay, ma'am.
Sanjay. Sanjay, haven't you answered already?
Ma'am, no, ma'am. Ma'am, calcium do not react, ma'am.
No. Calcium will react because it has 2 electrons not in single orbit but in outermost orbit.
Okay, ma'am.
Outermost orbit, if you have 2 electrons, it is not stable. It has only 1 orbit like helium, and in that, if you have 2 electrons only, it is stable. Here, this will lose these 2 electrons. Clear? Okay. Now,
Okay, ma'am.
Janisha. Janisha, can you hear me? Yes, I could hear you, Janisha. The question to you, Janisha, is: can you tell me what is the atomic number of an element if it has 3 electrons in its third orbit? What is the atomic number of the element if it has 3 electrons in its third orbit?
3 electrons in the third orbit is
Okay, what is atomic number?
Ma'am, can you ask another question, ma'am?
Okay, so let me ask like this. If an electronic configuration of an element is 2, 8, 3, what is the atomic number of the element?
13, ma'am.
That's all. Okay, good. Good, Janisha. Next question goes to Jwalin. Jwalin? Okay, Samyuta?
Yes.
Samyuta, and okay, Samyuta, the question to you is, what is the atomic number of an element, or okay, what is the atomic number of an element if an element has 4 electrons in its outermost orbit?
Boron.
No, atomic number. If an element has 4 electrons in its outermost orbit, what is its atomic number? What is atomic number? Atomic number is equal to
2, 8, 4, ma'am.
that is electronic configuration. So how many electrons do you have here? Totally, how many electrons do you have?
14, ma'am.
Good. So if you have 14 electrons in an atom, what will be the number of protons?
Two, ma'am.
In an atom, the number of protons and electrons will be?
Same.
So, if you have 14 electrons, how many protons will you have?
14, ma'am.
So, what will be the atomic number?
14, ma'am.
Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Samyuta, good. So, now, next question goes to Okay, so hope I have asked question to every one of you. If I have missed anyone, you can raise your hand. Grace, Grace also I have asked question. Good. So we have completed. Srinita, I have asked you question, right? Yes, I have asked you. Okay, students. So I have asked question to everyone, but still I do not know who's this Neyveli 07. Student, can you say me who is it? Yes, Jwalan, I've given you mark. Okay, students. So now discussion of homework has to be done. How many of you can have completed the homework and what was the homework? Appa, no, not needed. We need not write this. Yes, Jwalan, I have given you mark. Because you have answered few questions previously, so I have given you mark. Sarvesh Sabha, Shreya, Tanishka, Monica, Shri. These students, Akshita also. I have not given you marks since you didn't answer for me. You didn't reply in the chat also. So I didn't give marks. But not a problem. In the forthcoming test, perform well. I'll give you marks for that also. And what was the homework that I asked? Reshmi, can you tell me what was the homework that I given?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Reshmi, what is the homework?
Ma'am, homework was which element has highest density?
Which element has highest density? Yes, which element has the highest density? Others, have you all identified? Now you can mute. Then what is the question?
Ma'am, lightest metal.
Lightest metal, highest density, lightest metal,
Lightest non-metal.
lightest non-metal,
Liquid metal.
liquid metal.
Liquid non-metal.
Okay.
Thank you.
Liquid metal, liquid non-metal. Sarveshaba, can you give your answer for this? For the first one, highest element with highest density. Yes, Sarvesh Sabha, I have seen your previous answer, so I'm giving you 2 marks. Okay, students, the element with highest density is?
Osmium, ma'am.
Osmium. It is osmium. OS. The symbol is OS. The name is osmium. Okay, now next, lightest metal. Lithium. Very good. Who said lithium? Huh?
Ma'am, it is microtite, ma'am. Microtite, ma'am.
Microtite. And who said lithium? Akshaya Bay. Okay, Akshaya Bay. Good.
Lightest non-metal is lithium, ma'am.
No. Lithium is a metal. Electronic configuration is 2,1, right? To become stable, it will lose 2 electrons. So lithium is a metal. Lightest non-metal, can anyone say? Huh?
Hydrogen.
Helium.
No. Hydrogen. Hydrogen.
Hydrogen.
Ma'am, lithium.
Ma'am, liquid metal is
Liquid
gallium.
metal is mercury, ma'am.
Gallium.
Okay,
Mercury, ma'am.
Mercury, gallium, both are liquid metal. Mercury, gallium, both are liquid metal. What about liquid non-metal?
Bromine, ma'am.
Bromine, helium, argon.
Bromine, ma'am.
Only bromine is the liquid non-metal, not helium, argon and all. So highest density is osmium. Lightest metal is lithium. Lightest non-metal is hydrogen. Liquid metal is mercury and gallium. Liquid non-metal is bromine. That's it. Clear? That's all, students. So we have finished our class and the first chapter is also over. But still I do not know who is this Neyveli 07 and BT 07. Student, please do reply in the chat as to who you are. Okay? I'm not getting any chat reply from you. Neither you are replying in voice also. Do anyone? Neyveli students, do you know who is Neyveli 07?
No, ma'am.
No.
Ma'am, but BT07 is not there now, ma'am.
Okay, it is not there now. I don't know who it is. I wonder. Okay, fine. Fine, students. So that's all about today's session. If you have any doubts, you can ask me now.
Ma'am, why we have to crisscross?
Okay, why we have to crisscross? See, listen here. Crisscross is the shortcut to identify how many elements combine with each one element to form a compound. For example, let me take example of beryllium nitride, as you told me previously, or we can even take the example of beryllium oxide. Now, beryllium electronic configuration is 2,2. Oxygen electronic configuration is 2,6. So, beryllium will lose 2 electrons and the 2 electron will be gained by oxygen. So, beryllium after losing 2 electrons, it becomes Be2 plus, and oxygen after gaining 2 electrons, it becomes O2 minus. So, the formulas are like one beryllium, one oxide is combining. So, the formula is BeO. Clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am, but for another thing, can you tell the example for another chemical formula?
Okay, now when you crisscross this also, 2, 2, you will cancel and you will get the same formula. Another, let me take aluminum oxide. Aluminum electronic configuration is 2,8, 3, oxygen 2,6. Now, aluminum will lose 3 electron and only 2 electron will be gained by this oxygen. Right? It gains 2 electron, it becomes oxide. But aluminum, 1 more electron it has to lose. So that will be gained by another oxygen atom. Now, this oxygen atom now has become 2,7 by gaining 1, but it needs 1 more electron. So what happens? It will gain 1 more electron from another aluminum atom. Clear? So its electronic configuration becomes 2,8, but aluminum still it has to lose 2 more electrons to become stable. Those 2 more electrons will be gained by another oxygen atom. In this way, random combination to aluminum and oxygen to combine with each other and become stable, you need 2 aluminum ion and 3 oxide ion. So the formula of aluminum oxide will be, you need 2 aluminum and 3 oxide, that is Al2O3. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
That's all. So this is how we identify the chemical. That's this every time you cannot
Ma'am?
say. So what we do
Ma'am,
is go for crisscross method.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes?
Ma'am, what is the full form of O3, ma'am?
Ozone.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Ma'am.
Yes? Yes?
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, I could hear you.
Ma'am, I'm Srinata. I have a doubt, ma'am.
Yes,
That day they asked many questions. We had a worksheet in Learnity, ma'am. Learnity app we had. And in that they asked many questions different, ma'am. A little different. They asked, can you explain this, ma'am? Tincture of iodine is a mixture of iodine and alcohol. What does that mean, ma'am?
Tincture of iodine. Iodine is the tincture that they keep you for wounds and all, you know, right? It's not
Yes,
pure
ma'am.
iodine. They'll mix iodine and alcohol. Alcohol, I think you all know what is alcohol. Okay. So they will mix iodine and alcohol. They produce the tincture of iodine. I'll show you the picture of tincture of iodine.
Ma'am, what is meant by tincture, ma'am?
Tincture, It's a name that is given, pa. When you go to hospitals,
Yes, ma'am.
when you have a wound, they'll first clean the wound with this tincture of iodine. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll show you the picture now. Ha. Do you see how it looks like?
Yes, ma'am.
Tincture of iodine. It looks like this. You see the color? This is the
Yes,
color
ma'am.
of iodine. So on the wound, they'll apply tincture of iodine like this. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
It is a
And
mixture.
I have other doubts also, ma'am. Which among the following is not a mixture? And the answer was common salt, ma'am.
Yes, common salt. What is the chemical? You know what is common salt, right?
Yes, ma'am. But they gave 4 options, ma'am.
Please tell me what are the
Milk,
4 options?
seawater,
Uh,
rock, and common salt, ma'am.
Milk, seawater, rock. Now tell me,
And
seawater is that a
common salt.
compound?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. They have salt, kind of some chemicals would be there, no, ma'am.
Lots of chemicals. Does seawater taste everywhere the same?
That is like even water is a mixture, no, ma'am.
Pure water is not a mixture. Pure water is a compound, but potable water,
But seawater is a mixture, ma'am.
yes, it is a mixture, no doubt in it. Rock is a
But
mixture.
common
because
salt,
it is
how is
not-
it not a mixture, ma'am?
Actually, pure common salt, they are talking about sodium chloride.
Yes, ma'am.
Sodium chloride is a compound. Do you accept that?
Yes, ma'am.
So it is a compound. Clear?
Okay, ma'am.
It is also a
What is a
mixture because-
heterogeneous mixture, ma'am?
Okay.
Heterogeneous mixture and homogeneous mixture.
Yes, I'll tell you. Mixture can be classified into 2 kinds. One is homogeneous and other is heterogeneous. Homogeneous means when you see a mixture, you cannot say what are its constituents. For example, when you mix salt and water, can you say that it is a salt? Can you see where the salt particles are?
Yes, ma'am.
No, salt would have dissolved, you know. When you
Ma'am,
take salt,
how? Yes, ma'am. But the particles would be there, no, ma'am. Anyways,
particles are
salt is there, no, ma'am.
wait. In homogeneous mixture, the constituent of the mixture will be mixed uniformly. Clear? When you have salt plus water, the salt gets distributed uniformly. If you taste it, the entire water gets a salty taste. Am I right or not?
Yes, ma'am.
But when you take sand plus water, the sand gets deposited at the bottom, the water is at the top, right? They are not.
Yes, ma'am.
So at the bottom, the sand
It is not dissolved, ma'am.
it is not distributed uniformly. So sand plus water is a heterogeneous mixture. If the constituents are mixed uniformly, then it is homogeneous mixture, else it is a heterogeneous mixture.
Yes, ma'am.
Remember these 2 examples. Then,
Ma'am, solder is an alloy of. They gave 4 options, ma'am.
solder. Have you all
Copper
seen?
and tin.
Have you all seen solder? How it looks like?
Yes, no, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Soldering. I'll show you. Now, if you just see the image over here, do you need, this is the element, okay, this is the thing, and the solder, if you keep, okay, wait, I'll show you a video. Sorry. You might not hear what he is talking, but I'll show you the direct. This is the soldering machine. Okay. In the tip, they will place that alloy of tin. So the solder metal they'll take. Okay. I'll tell you what it is later. He keeps on talking. Okay, now see here. Do you see the metal? This metal is called as solder, and the wire and all can be easily connected to the board like this. Do you see how he is doing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
all,
ma'am.
of, all of you just see again and again how he is doing. Now he is soldering the tip. This is the metal part, the alloy. Now this wire is being fitted in that place.
Ma'am, that means they're telling only it is only we can use it for lead and tin, ma'am.
The solder is a mixture of lead and tin.
Is an alloy means what, ma'am?
Alloy is mixture of two metals.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the solder is nothing but, many students, actually even school students, use solder nowadays. You need this rod, hot rod. Over the hot rod, they will place the metal, this thin metal. It will get soldered,
ma'am.
and over that, what they place is, they place this wire, so that the wire gets fitted to the motherboard. Okay. Now, solder is actually a mixture of two metals, that is lead and tin. Alloy is nothing but mixture of metals. Alloy is nothing but mixture of metals. For example, you could even say the gold jewelry that we are wearing, right? The gold jewelry is not pure gold. It is mixture of gold.
Yes,
and
ma'am. It's a mixture, ma'am. Many chemicals together.
It's a mixture of gold and copper. So again, it is an alloy. This is called as alloy of gold. Okay. So in this way, there are lots of alloys. Lead and tin. Brass is an alloy. Brass is made up of, brass is a metal, alloy of metal that is made up of copper and zinc metal. And bronze is an alloy that is made up of copper and tin. All these are mixtures. When you heat at different melting point, each will get separated. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's all, students.
Ma'am, last question, ma'am. Which among the following is an example of homogeneous mixture? They gave 4 options, ma'am. Oil and water, salt and sulfur.
Everyone can try answering. Oil and water, do they mix uniformly?
No, ma'am.
No. Oil will be floating on water. They do not mix uniformly. So it is a heterogeneous mixture. Next.
Ma'am, next, salt and sulfur, ma'am.
Salt and sulfur. Salt is sodium chloride. Sulfur, do you all know how it looks like?
Yes, ma'am. It is
sulfur is yellow powder.
Yellow color. It would be like yellow
Sulfur
color
is
mixture.
Yellow powder. Yellow powder it is.
Yellow powder, ma'am.
So sulfur doesn't look like this. You all understand? So sulfur is a solid. Salt is also a solid. Do you think they will mix uniformly?
No, ma'am.
No. Sulfur looks like this. Okay, over this, if you add some table salt, they'll just mix. That's all. They do not get distributed uniformly. So this is also a heterogeneous mixture. Then,
ma'am, 1 minute, ma'am. Copper sulfate solution, ma'am.
Copper sulfate solution. Copper sulfate is a salt. Okay, solution means you are adding it to water. Yes, solution which itself, it is a homogeneous mixture. Salt solution, sodium chloride solution. It means you are dissolving some salt in water. Definitely they'll get dissolved. Only when it gets dissolved, you call it as a solution. Clear? So copper sulfate solution is a homogeneous mixture.
Ma'am, and
1 minute.
And the 4th option is sulfur powder and iron fillings, ma'am.
Sulfur powder and iron. Sulfur you all see. Iron fillings, solid iron. Definitely they mix uniformly.
No, ma'am. You showed it, ma'am, that day.
Other day I showed you.
They are taken out by a
magnetic separation method. So that is not a uniform. Copper sulfate solution looks like this. Copper sulfate is blue in color. So when you dissolve copper sulfate in water, it gets distributed uniformly like this. So it is a homogeneous mixture. Understood?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a homogeneous. So this is only homogeneous. All the others are heterogeneous. Clear? All of you kindly do the worksheet that has been posted in the Learnity website. Clear?
Ma'am, but they are asking questions which is not there in, which is not taught by you, ma'am.
Okay, now I have taught you about mixtures, no? I have already given you the basic difference between elements, compounds, and mixtures. So not a problem. Just try answering those questions also. Clear?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, in which website we should see about that worksheet, ma'am?
stg.learnity.com.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Fine, students. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye. Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, in the test you told me.
Today's homework, ma'am.
Today, no homework. Just do the Learnity. Look through the Learnity website. Questions worksheet.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you
Ma'am?
all. Yes.
In the
Thank
test
you,
you taught me that what is electron, ma'am. You can teach me again that what is electron, ma'am, so I can easily understand, ma'am.
Who is this?
I'm Akshita, ma'am.
What is electron?
Yeah.
Electron is a particle present in atom.
Yes, ma'am.
In an atom, you have proton, neutrons, and electrons.
Yes, ma'am.
At the center of the atom, you have nucleus. Clear?
Clear, ma'am.
Inside the nucleus, you have protons and neutrons. So the electrons are revolving surrounding the nucleus. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So how do they surround the nucleus? In each orbit, how many electrons will we place? So based on that, we write its electronic configuration. Clear?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.